Hello everyone, I am finally checking in from Verona. I'm so happy to be here. I think this was one of the locations that I was most excited about planning this trip. I'm only here for about 24 hours. I've got one night at a hostel, but I thought it was worth it because I wanted to go to Verona so much, mostly for the purpose of like Romeo and Juliet. Like, I've always felt like close ties to that story because of my name, but also the city in general looked so beautiful. And I really wanted to come here. I was considering coming here for the day and then going back to Milan at night today, and then I'll be staying in Milan next. That's my next stop. Little spoiler for the future. But I decided that I really want to have 24 hours at least in Verona, so I am staying in this hostel for one night. It is such a lovely hostel. I'm so impressed. I am so tired though. Today's journey was hectic and horrible. Basically, Italian trains are a mess. Maybe it's just now, but honestly, from my multiple experiences with just like Italian public transport, it always seems to be a mess. And today was no exception. In fact, I think it's the worst experience I've ever had. Long story short, my train from Ljubljana, that was supposed to be one train from Ljubljana to Trieste, was split up into 4 trains, and I essentially had to get off on every single stop and switch trains, which was terrible considering I have a suitcase and my arm is now all bruised because I had to lift it. And then because those trains kind of made me late for my connecting trains, I had to miss my train to Venice and then miss the train I was originally supposed to get to Verona. So a lot of missed trains. I literally had to sit at a station kind of in the middle of nowhere in Italy. It was like a very small station. I was the only person. There was no toilets or stores anywhere nearby, so that was quite nerve-wracking for me because I had to sit there for an hour. But that is all over. It's 2 p.m. so I've still got quite a bit of the day left. I did wake up at 5 a.m. though, so I am slightly tired, and I didn't get too much sleep on the train because of the whole mess that I just discussed, but it's fine. I'm in Verona. It'll be incredible. I'm so excited. I'll probably give myself a few minutes to rest and chill because of everything that's happened today, and then I'm just going to go have a little stroll around the city, just see what's out there. I unfortunately won't have time for a walking tour, which is what I normally do in a city, but tomorrow morning I'm doing something very exciting, which I won't say what it is yet. You'll see it later in the video, but that's one of the main reasons why I'm so excited to be here. So I think I'll just grab like one of the leaflets that points out all the locations from a walking tour, and I'll just do that walking tour myself. In general, I just want to have a very chill evening. And I also have a reservation for a fully vegan restaurant that I've been wanting to go to for ages, so I'll probably get some nice pasta or something. The messy train situation did stress me out a little bit today, but again, everything happens for a reason. It's positive vibes from now on. It'll be a lovely trip. Good morning, everyone. It's another day in Verona. I'm so excited. I've woken up a little bit earlier today and I'm going to be having a little walk around the city without like the crowds of tourists. Hopefully I can take some photos here and there, again, like without the massive crowds. My dorm mates have already left, but they were so nice. That's one of the reasons that I absolutely love staying in hostels, is that you get to meet so many cool people. So I kind of spoiled what I'll be doing today. I had a bit of a chill night, which was lovely because I haven't had a chill night like that since the beginning of my trip. Essentially, I've been out pretty late every night for various reasons. So last night I just came in around like 9 or 10 p.m, watched a movie, took care of myself, cleared out my suitcase because that was getting quite messy, and the movie I watched was Letters to Juliet, which is just such a comfort movie for me. And I don't know if you know where I'm heading with this, but if you know the movie, there's this organization that replies to the letters that have been sent to Juliet, and I am actually going there today. I will be hopefully replying to some of the love letters, and I'm so excited. I think that will be such a cool experience. Genuinely, I think one of the highlights of my trip. I'm also going to Juliet's house before that, and yeah, just the character of Juliet is so special to me, obviously because of my name. And primarily because of my name, but for some reason I feel very connected to that, since she is probably like the most famous character with my name. I'll probably have a little coffee and a cornetto at some point, and then maybe a whole pizza because I had ravioli last night, was it? And I'm basically done getting ready and I'm about to head out because I really want to see the city when it's like relatively empty. First full proper mental breakdown of the trip. I was crying in the toilet of Juliet's house, which I guess if you look at it in a certain way it could be quite poetic, but basically I found out that the thing that I was most looking forward to, which was going to Juliet's club, was cancelled for the day. I got the email like a few days ago, but I just did not see it then. I was just like going back to my email to check the time, and then I saw that they had emailed me like 2 days ago. I don't think I realized just how much I wanted to do it until it was cancelled. Like, it's just really upsetting. So I came back to my hostel, have a bit of a rest, like recharge, and decide what to do next, because I was going to be there till like 1 p.m, which obviously I'm not going to. I'm probably going to sit here for a while and actually like write my own letter to Juliet. I didn't do it before, but I feel like since I really wanted to do some writing, then perhaps I should just do that, and then when I'm back in Edinburgh, I'll hopefully get a response back, so at least I'll have this like small bit of what I wanted. I'm still kind of upset. The one thing that's making me feel a bit better is that I'm going to Milan today, and I'm going to be there for like 4 days, so I could technically come back to Verona. At least I got to go to her house and her balcony, and that was honestly like really emotional. I don't know why I'm so emotional about it. At least I can say that I've cried in Juliet's house. But it was definitely something I was looking forward to most throughout the entirety of the trip. And I did kind of have my heart set on it. Yeah, but things happen. It's not the end of the world. I'm currently in the process of editing my interrail vlogs, and I realized that I never really finished the Verona one. And as you saw by the previous clips, I did end up going to Juliet's club, and I kind of left that unanswered on how I actually got to do it. So very briefly, when I first got the email, I was indeed in Juliet's house, and basically my email was just like very short and said, tomorrow, Wednesday, Juliet's club will be closed. What I didn't realize at the time is that the day I was reading it was Thursday. If you travel a lot, especially for like long periods, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about when days of the week kind of blur into one and you're not really actively thinking about what day of the week it was. And that happened to me. I was just so overcome by emotions that I didn't even process that they were writing about the wrong day. So that's when I had my mental breakdown in the bathroom of Juliet's house. But that didn't stop me. I decided I'm gonna go to Juliet's club just in case maybe I read something wrong, maybe they actually are open. So I went there. It was only like a 10-minute walk, and I got there like right before 10 a.m. In my email beforehand, they had told me that they open up at 10 a.m. So I waited there till like 15 past 10. And actually on the doors of the apartment complex, there was a sticky note that said, today, Wednesday, Juliet's house is closed. It was only then, where I was just like sitting there waiting for someone to come, for someone to open the door for me, that I realized, hold on, today's Thursday, not Wednesday. But again, a woman actually let me into the apartment complex, and I went to the flat that was supposed to be taken up by Juliet's club, but there was no one there, like 15-20 minutes after 10. So after a while, I just gave up and went back to my hostel, and those are the clips that you saw before of me being really sad and writing my own letter. And then I had some time before my train to Milan, So I was planning on going to get some lunch, walking around Verona, possibly going to a museum or something. But I had this internal feeling as I was walking towards Verona that I wanted to check just in case. Like maybe they opened up later, maybe I read something wrong. I just felt this need to go and check, even though I knew that if I did indeed go back there and it was still closed, then I'd probably be even more upset than I was before. But so I went there, and it turns out that they were indeed open on Thursday, not on Wednesday. And the reason that they weren't there before was because they opened up at 11 and not 10, as they said in my email. So quite a mess organization wise, but I got to have the experience that I really wanted. I got to read all the letters, I got to reply to some of the letters. It was honestly the coolest thing in the world. I'm so glad that I did that. I also got to meet some lovely girls, and we went out for lunch after. I also got to talk to the woman who was kind of in charge of everything, and she was telling me about how this tradition of writing letters to Juliet has been going on for literally like hundreds of years, and it was only a few decades ago that someone started collecting the letters and replying to them, and they've actually got files and files of letters that date back decades. The amount of documented stories and bits of people's lives in that one space, it was so incredible. And I just really think that it tied together my whole Verona trip beautifully, and I'm so glad that I got to do it.